Today we're going to teach you how to set up a slackline. So basic setup requires some very important things. Let's talk about that. Alright, so on the left we got the line, the most important thing. Without a line you can't slack line. About 100 feet is usually a good idea. You can do less, you can do more. With the line comes with some carabiners. This one's pre-attached because that's always going to be there. We got 4 total carabiners. 2 small, 2 big. It doesn't have to be. It can be all the same size if you want. We just happen to have extras. With that also comes with 2 metal climbing rings. They can be the same. Typically you want to keep them the same because you'll buy them together anyways. They're about $4. And the final thing is some slings so you can attach the line to trees. This one's pretty long. It's about 10 feet or so tied, because you want to compensate by wrapping it a couple times around the trees that you put it on. Now that we talked about the basic setup, we're gonna move on to something a little bit better that will make your life a lot easier. On the right we got the thing that will make your life a lot easier when pulling it tight. These are some pulleys. These are pretty high-end pulleys. You don't have to, but it is recommended to get some good quality ones. With that comes with another carabiner, either 1 or 2. Again, you want to keep them the same, you can. It doesn't have to be big ones, small ones. As long as they're standard size, you should be fine. These are just happen to be a little bit bigger. Obviously you want to attach one of the pulleys to the tree. So you got an extra sling. This one just happens to be smaller because you can attach it to anything. And obviously to be able to pull it you need rope. This one I believe is 30 feet. Again, you can do smaller or bigger. So with that being said, all of these can be found in the link in the description or at rei.com or any outdoor sport that has climbing gear. Pro tip, you might want to lay it down first just to see if you can reach the trees. So you take your first sling. Again, this one's extra long. Small tree, but it's always good to have extra. What you want to do is you want to wrap it at least once, maybe twice. Take one end, go around about hip height. That's what you want to do. And now you have a loop. Take this O-ring and carabiner, which by the way I'll teach you how to do this in a little bit, and put it through. Now make sure your line is flat all the way through. So you want to stop about 80% of the line that you're trying to walk. And what you want to do is you want to take the line, fold it like so, so you have a loop, and you take the O-ring, you want to feed the O-ring through it. Now this is a little complicated, but essentially what you want to do is you want to fold it, make it go through the ring again, and essentially you're creating a hole like so. Now with that hole, you want to stick something in there to prevent it from slipping. So you take an extra carabiner and feed the carabiner through the hole. It should tighten up on itself, and that's how you know you did it right. And flip the carabiner to make sure that this opening lines up with the opening on the other tree. So let me show you what that looks like. So you follow the line, make sure it's straight. So on the other side, we got two carabiners. You want to make sure that they're both facing the same way. And one on top of each other. Now on this end, we have the two carabiners. What you want to do? It's a figure 8. So you go, easiest way to remember is bottom to top. Make sure it's flat all the way through. There's nothing worse than a kink or a twisted line. From bottom to top, you want to do bottom to top again. All the way through. Now here's where it changes. It's top to bottom, and you follow it through, and again it's top to bottom, and now you tuck it under it like so. Give it a little tug, and there you go. And that's how you set up a very basic line. You might have noticed that I did this by myself. If you don't have friends, this is very hard. This is actually very loose. You will not be able to walk this. So one thing that will make this a lot tighter, because there's no more that I can pull, is pulleys. A 3-to-1 pulley system. After you set up a sling, which is just wrapped around the tree, wrapped around the actual physical sling of the line, never wrapped around the carabiners, that's dumb. You want to take your single pulley with a carabiner and put it through. Take your second carabiner and you make a simple slip knot and put that through. So with your rope, you want to put that through. I'll put a link in the description on how to do figure 8 knots. Actually, all these knots will be in the link in the description. You want to take it through. This is why I would recommend higher quality pulleys. Take that, follow it, do the same thing on this side. And now you have a system, a way to pull it tighter. Pro tip, I would recommend having an extra carabiner big enough for your hand, so you can just tie a slip knot and be able to pull. So after a long session of slacklining, you're tired and whatnot, you're gonna have to take it down eventually. So I'm gonna show you how to do that. So this is super simple to take down. Sometimes it snaps, most of the time it doesn't. What you want to do is you want to pull the opposite way. So since this was under it, now you want to take that off. So what you do is just pull to the side and then it comes off. Like I said, sometimes it snaps and it's just like whoosh. So stay tuned for the next time that we do another video on the basics of slacklining. Well, I'll show you how to walk by yourself and with help from a friend. Thanks for watching. Leave a like, subscribe, follow us on Instagram and whatnot, Twitch, and I'll see you next time. Stop. You ruined the shot.
He kind of is the shot though, let's be honest.